Okay, welcome to the Box Truck Hustle podcast, where we highlight real stories and real strategies for people moving freight every day. I'm your host, Telly Arnold, and today we have a great conversation lined up. I am the founder of TLA Group and the creator of Straight Connect, and I have secured over 20,000 in grants helping our box truck business operate operationally. So, Sharif?
My name is Sharif Brooks. I'm co-founder of TLA Group. I have 26 years of driving experience, driving box truck and also flatbed.
Hey, what's going on? Derek Williams, owner of Fast Lane Trucking and Logistics. Over a year of trucking experience, about 5 years of different entrepreneurial stuff, Mr. Do It All.
Mhm.
And our guest is Bernard Bagot with First Smile. So, you would introduce yourself, please?
Yes, hello, everybody. Yes, my name is Bernard Bagot, and I'm the founder and CEO of First Mile Transportation based out of Cincinnati, Ohio.
Nice. So you started in trucking back in 2008 as a company driver. What made you decide to make the leap from driver to business owner?
Yeah, so as a company driver, back in 2008, I became a um, basically a CDL driver, and I was driving for Pound Transport. And I worked for Pound Transport for about a year. Then I transitioned to Class B driver, and then I transitioned into a employee for Amazon doing basically yard work as a yard driver. And then I became a my own. I created my own company in 2001, First Mile Transportation. After I quit my job for 13 and a half years. I quit my job after working for Amazon. And what made me want to become an entrepreneur was that I just wanted to take a leap of faith into driving, using my CDLs, and just becoming an entrepreneur. I was eager to become an entrepreneur, and I really wanted to do it on my own.
And what were some of the biggest mistakes you made early on that you wish new box truck drivers or owners, courier owners could avoid? Because you don't do box truck, right?
I do box truck. I just now really expanded into the box truck lane just recently within the last since November. But for the first 3 years, I was doing basically semi truck from 2001 to about 2005. But then I expanded into the carrier
Okay.
business from 2024. So I've been doing that for like a year now. Getting ready to be 2 years soon. But one of the things that I can say for the new owners and the new company owners that ready to do, one of the things I did, and one of the biggest mistakes was me not promoting myself, not marketing myself, not networking with nobody, not attending events, just not doing anything, just trying to do everything and learn everything on my own. That's was one of the biggest hurdles. But I had a reason behind that. But at the same time, that was like really one of my biggest hurdles.
Networking. Yes. Yes. So let's talk money, because that's what we like to hear and hear about your success. You said you built a six-figure business in both trucking and the courier space.
Yes.
Now, how did you do that?
So how I did that was basically, I started off with an account with like I say, in Amazon, working with Amazon as a semi truck carrier. And I was working that for like a year, and semi truck is really, really, really great money. It was the freight was kind of better and the market was better in 2021 when I started off. But now, since everything happened throughout, gas, diesel prices went up, tariffs that happened, inflation that happened, prices went of freight went down. I earned over 100,000. I think my first year I made gross over 120,000 with Amazon. And I also had other companies I was working with JP Hunt and a company called Convoy, and Uber Freight as well. But I was working with them as the trucking side, the one truck, and then transitioned into 2024 into the carrier space. I learned the carrier space because I never did that before. So what I did was basically just got a mentor and, start learning everything, start networking and start adding partnerships into my fleet to where it would help out. And what I did was I recently earned 100,000 this year, over 100,000 this year, just just doing carrier work.
Really? Do you have other people under you, or is it just you?
No, I have other people. I have other partnerships. I have partnerships like in Texas. I had partnerships in Ohio. People that's driving for me. So, like what we do is we work on the independent. Our model is independent contractor. So basically, we sign up independent contractors, whether they are in their car, SUV, cargo van, or truck, semi truck or box truck, and we sign up as a independent contractor. Basically, we just subcontract work out to where we can basically earn money. It's basically leverage income. That's how we did it.
So it's like you're like a broker for carriers and independent drivers.
Yes, yes, yes. So it's like a broker. Just a carrier just doing
Gotcha.
just it's how the trucking world and the box truck world is. We sign on or lease on to other companies and they use us as a independent contractor. Same thing. I'm doing the same model as them. It's just that I'm just doing it in the carrier space versus doing it with the bigger vehicles. This is semi truck and box truck. But I just now recently became a partner up with someone to where I am having leased on box trucks in my fleet now.
So now you're going to start leasing on carriers for your on under your MC for box truck.
Yes.
What is the percentage split for somebody who would want to work with you?
So normally
Do they have to have their insurance, your insurance, or like how does this work? If somebody was interested.
So if somebody was interested in, leasing on, I would just basically sign them on with my third party administrator, and we'll basically sign the contract to where it could anywhere range anywhere from 10 to 12%. I'm not really, it's not that much that I'm doing as far as the percentage wise, but just give them 10% to 12% as far as the fee that we would charge at least on.
Mm.
So is
Is it?
it just a fleet of it's just different vehicles in the fleet, like vans, cars, box trucks, or you have like a specific uh vehicles that you want.
Yeah, we won't do specific vehicles, but the only thing is, so for the carrier side, we were looking for basically like cars or SUVs, and Sprinter vans, because that's carrier where we're doing last mile delivery and final mile delivery where we have contracts for basically um, e-commerce and auto parts to where we can basically subcontract those out. So we were looking for any kind of contractors that's willing to lease on, with our company. And then with the box trucks, it's more of just for box trucks. Really, we're not trying to do semi trucks right now. I closed that part of my of the operation for right now, but we really focus on box trucks and sprinter vans, SUVs. So those this is more like a smaller fleet.
Could you possibly like I guess explain the process of how you reached out to get the final mile contracts and stuff? I know that would probably be a lot of information that people would like what was your process of reaching out to get these final mile contracts and deals with these different shippers?
Yeah, sure. So how they would how final mile is kind of different than trucking. So the trucking you always got to go through brokers and other carriers. But with the final mile, you also going through some brokers, and you also for carriers, we also doing some carrier brokers, and but for the most part, you reaching out. You want to go to your local chamber of commerce to where some of these carriers companies is signed on with these chamber of commerce. You want to go to networking events, just like in October or I think it may be November. I was in Orlando. I went to the Carrier Broker Conference. They always hosting basically events to where they want to basically meet up with the carriers and brokers so that they can partner with each other. So I went to two of those events. My first one was in Indianapolis, Indiana, and then my second one was Orlando. And it's like I say, that's called the Carrier Broker Conference. It's called BCS. No, the Broker Carrier Conference. No,
Mm-hmm.
Broker Carrier Submit. So it's called the Broker
Summit.
Carrier Submit, BCS. They just now recently started doing this, but the next one is going to be in Kansas City. Just in case anybody want to know how to get in contact with them, look up the BCS Submit, and they will be in Kansas City. But for the most part, you just want to network and get into some of these these events to where it's plenty of them coming up this year. Final Mile Forum, that's going to be in August, Texas.
Yeah, I saw the broker carrier summit. I saw it in April, and I also saw the price of those tickets.
Right.
Yeah, so is it worth going to pay those prices? Like, do you actually get to sit down with a broker and share your business and actually possibly walk away with that direct relationship?
Yes, absolutely, you do. You definitely will be able to sit down with many brokers, not just one broker, but you'll be talking to many brokers and many carriers, and you'll be talking to people that's trying to help you with government contract. You'll be helping people. They'll be helping you try to onboard you. You'll actually be doing a lunch and round table with them. You'll be doing a 15-minute, um, you know, uh, like a date um, conversation where you basically exchange your information with these brokers. And like my first broker carrier commerce in Indianapolis, I actually went there for the first time, and I actually partnered with a company in Indianapolis. We was basically they signed me up with my semi truck, and we actually worked for about a month. And it's great relationships. They about working, and they about relationships. It's real relationship oriented, and basically also you're not just gonna be talking to the brokers and carriers. You're gonna be talking to any people that need software. So they have people that's selling software, and the tools that you need for your company.
Gotcha. Yeah, I have been thinking about. I told Sharif that that's something that I wanted me and him to do was go to the broker carrier summit this year because I kept seeing it. But I thought it was like more towards. Do they have multiple summits in a year? In a year?
Yes, they might.
Because I saw it was one in October and then they do one in April.
Yep. So they had two last year in 2025. They say they had one in Indianapolis, and then that was probably around um, March or April or something like that. And then they had another one in October. But the next one is going to be in Kansas City, and they might have another one after
In
that.
April.
But they normally do about two of them a year. And it's really, really big. You definitely, like some of my partners, that I work with right now, like virtual assistants. A lot of people who try to figure out how to get virtual assistants I work with some virtual
Yeah,
assistants that we need for our back office. It's going to be, like I say, a lot of different people there, not just, like I say, brokers and carriers, but you connecting with the right people at the right time.
gotcha. Yeah,
Hmm.
Is
because I.
there is there is there like anything you notice as far as like what are like the limitations that they looking for as far as like how many vehicles a person looking to get into that, like how many vehicles do they need to have? Do they need to just have one? Like what are the like minimum requirements that you normally see going to an event like that?
There's really no requirements. The only requirement they really want from you to go to an environment like that is basically you just pay the fee to get in. And, once you pay the fee to get in,
Well, no, I mean I'm saying as far as like once you get in and you're talking to the different brokers and companies, like what are they looking for as far as from the carriers, like what how much equipment they want you to have? Do they want you to have one truck, two truck, one van, two, like are there any like certain requirements they're looking
no,
for?
no. They only thing they want is another carrier to work with. They want to see they want to be able to meet you and your company so that you can be able to, work with them and partner with them. It's about relationship based.
Gotcha.
It's, if you have one truck, if you have one van, it don't matter. They want to see you and talk to you. As long as you in there in the environment,
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
they're going to work with you. Everybody's helping each other out in that conference.
Sounds like that's one space where, because over the phone, when you're trying to communicate with these brokers, those are the requirements. And I see why Derek asked that question, because a lot of them, Telly and I was talking about teaming up with other, young carriers that had one truck, and we worked together under one umbrella to get one big contract. But I always told her that's a sensitive plan, because when you're meeting new people, and then when money start coming in, that's usually when disagreements start, and people separate. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, that's right. Because like I say, they gonna have their requirements, like whatever they is as far as onboarding. For the most part, once you're in there, it's gonna be more impersonal. It's kind of hard to connect with brokers and people over the phone. That's why you have to always do those carrier package,
Hmm.
and you have to always do those emails. But it's one thing when you do things over the phone, talking to them or emailing them. You might not get email response. You might not get a call. But when you go into an environment like that, what they're gonna do is they're gonna know you personally. You're gonna be able to talk to them and tell them about your pain points. They're gonna be able to tell them about what you need, what areas you're in, where they are at, where they're located. It's like I say a 15-minute discussion that you're talking to them. You talking to them for a whole 3 days, and like I say, they're really welcome to learn about your business. So like the only thing you have to do is just go in there, and that's really the difference between going to these conferences. Like these, a lot of people don't go to the conferences, and the conferences is there to help because you get more of an in-person experience where they can get familiarized with you and put a face to a name. It's about putting a face to a name.
Thank you.
Yeah, I did a lot of networking this year, and I will say I wasn't in the right rooms because a lot of things, like I went to an event called Pancakes with Primes, had my capability statement, everything, and it was more for construction. And I got so annoyed. I'm like, I am in the wrong spaces. Like where I'm networking, it is mainly for dump trucks or construction companies. So I kept telling Sharif, I think we need to go to the broker carrier summit because that's where I feel like we need to be to really network and meet the brokers and say, hey, this is who we are. That's what I said that was one of my goals this year was I don't know if we're gonna make the one in April, but we probably could definitely make the second one if it's in October around there. We're gonna make sure we can make that one for sure.
Yeah, yeah, because like I say, it's really good. Like if you just make it, you definitely would see a difference. Like I say, you just got to get there. That's all.
Yeah.
I think that's just the niche that's about to blow, honestly. I think Final Mile is just because of the way of the world now. Everybody's promising next day deliveries and stuff and everything. It's just, and as far as whether you're in a box truck, sprinter van, or whatever, I just think it's more volume in that than, relying on being like over the road and stuff. So I just think that that's a niche that everybody probably needs to, start paying attention to and seeing if they can squeeze into that, that area. And it's probably a lot less taxing on your vehicles and stuff too, because you're not, running thousands of miles a month. Uh,
Mhm.
it's a lot of shorter loads, a lot of shorter routes.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Then like also, like I say, during those 3 days, when you're there at the conference, you'll be actually like really be able to have a chance to be able to hang out with them as well. It's not just all business. You also have a little fun with them. I done went to it's called the Midwest Trucking in Louisville. I done went to their events a few times, and I done got more connections just going to the BCS over them. And just in one time event attending there to the BCS, I got more connections with them than I did the Midwest in Louisville, and I went there 2 years straight. But it's just a difference on how they both set up. All trucking shows and all networking events is all different. So the one in Louisville is more like a trucking show, and it's more of connections, and they more sell you a lot of different things. Like they sell you, equipment like trailers, tell you a whole bunch of different things, but you can also connect with some people there. But it's just a different feel. That's all.
That sound like where a lot of people need to concentrate their efforts, just getting that ticket and going to those conferences because I know Telly's been marketing for a hot minute, and just the half the battles it has been, finding, like she said, that room where you can get all your needs met in one room. You get what I'm saying? So that sounds like where everybody need to concentrate on those events you're talking about.
It's on my list. That's our goal. was on my list of goals for 2026. Go to the
Yeah.
Motor Carrier Summit. Like
So what are those tickets? And
it was like
we've
four
talked.
something if I remember. I was like, this is $400. I better be able to like sit down and have an interview with all these
It
roles.
better be in the warehouse and with a dock. I better pick
Well,
up a freight a load as soon as I leave. No, it's just fun.
what I learned though, I mean, it's
You
how it's
pay
getting though. You got to pay to
you
play. You
yeah,
got
you
to
get
pay to
what you
play,
pay for.
man.
You get
I'm
what you pay for.
Yeah.
You're right about
I'm
that.
and
Uh,
I'm going to. I might not make April, but I'm definitely making the second one. You can
Hey
We
guarantee.
man,
need to make both too. I
it's a
stay out the
tax
road
write
an
off,
extra month.
man. Put it down as a business trip, man. It's a tax write
You
off, you
going
know.
there?
Oh well, I ain't planning to go in. I've seen a couple. I've really been like kind of like I said. I think I'm really trying to pivot out of the OTR stuff and really looking into like final
Mm-hmm.
mile. I've even looked into like junk removal, which I've started seeing some stuff that's really not. I don't want to put junk removal in this one truck I got because I would never want to put nothing else in that truck if I was moving junk in it because it's nasty. But if I was to have another truck, I would definitely look into junk removal, especially here in the Georgia and Atlanta area with so much construction and stuff. There's junk removal stuff that just pops up all the time that pays like well. So,
I
but
heard about a tire.
oh,
Couple of
absolutely.
guys picking up tires up in that Dallas area. And I've told Telly, sure, being over the road can consist of going up there for a couple of months just moving tires.
I just,
You know what I'm saying? Staying local in that area. So I was thinking about that, but just like you said, if I can find a niche or a place where I can get information on that contract, because I've heard about it over the internet, other guys saying, "Hey, I'm making this much picking up tires," but they say so much, and but not that connection, that 800 number I can call to.
They want you to pay for the information.
right. They want you to pay,
Well,
right.
gotcha. Well, see, but they're not good at marketing because the it wasn't a hit my LinkedIn so I can give you more information about this. You know what I'm saying? It was just I call it
But
flexing.
I talked to a guy once and as far about the tire stuff, and then he literally went to like I don't know if it was Goodyear or Firestone, but he went to a plant facility and he asked them about it and he literally talked to one of the shippers on the back of the dock. And they hooked him up
Gotcha.
with the manager and then he was like, yeah, we'll pay you. And they literally orchestrated, negotiated a whole deal
Mm,
where that his one truck will come pick up tires. It was like 3 or 4 days out of the week. And we just go pick them up and dump them, pick them up, drop them
gotcha.
off, pick them up, drop them off. That's all it was, just tires. And
Okay.
it was just that constant work. So I
Mm,
mean,
You know,
it's there.
oh yeah. But you know how you get that, especially in this industry, you'll hear something and it's one of the grapevine hears, and that's like three times I hear about tires, local tires. But it was in the Dallas area, so I'm assuming it's in the Houston area. I just haven't, put my ear to it.
Yeah, that's
But I'm
another
gonna do what you
thing.
said, Derek. I'm gonna look for those. You're right, Yokohama, and tire shops and warehouses.
Yeah.
What you said,
I
Bernard?
say, yeah, that's another thing. Most of the time, like with the box truck, like I say, we just now started doing box truck, expanding to the box truck like in November, and it was just only two vehicles, and we made like 3,400 in just the month of November, and that was our first month doing box truck runs with Amazon and just doing carrier stuff. So, what I was gonna say is that with the
You made 3,400 for the month.
yeah,
You made 3,400 for the month or
it
week?
was for the month for local.
Mm. Okay,
Yeah,
Mm,
okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
mm.
that's
Okay.
yeah. That makes sense. That was about what we did on Jet Couriers.
yeah,
We made about 3,000 a month.
yeah,
I mean,
Really?
it's not depending
I
on if
mean, we
you're
made
not
about
burning a lot of
17
fuel, it's
every
not
two
bad.
weeks. Remember? Yeah, we made about 17 to 2,000 every 2 weeks. Remember? With
Gotcha,
yeah,
gotcha.
it wasn't much.
right, right.
You supplemented it by doing Amazon. That's why we.
Yeah, we got hit a little bit because I would do Amazon at least 2 to 3 days a week. So I would 3 of them days I would be tired because I would do Amazon at night and go right into Jet Couriers that night that morning and keep going. You know what I'm saying? So I made sure it was 3 days a week to get that day rest to catch up on my rest, you know.
Right.
Have you tried, Bernard, to like sign up with the mail, United States Postal Service? Have you tried that yet?
I had not tried that yet, but I am like signed up for sam.gov and basically the state and the local as a vendor, and I am going to be working on that this year. I will want to do the carrier for last mile delivery for the carrier for doing mail. So because those are some of the things that you can for the box truck drivers companies, we really focus like the majority of the people, they focus on just the freight and going over the road, but you don't have to always load the freight and go over the road, like, because you can do like carrier work. And so the carrier work is going to be also doing the same thing, but it's just more local stuff, and you got more specific um verticals that you can go up. Like you said, you were saying that the tires. So you can move some tires with your box truck. You can do some medical devices with your box truck. You don't mail. You can do mail with your box
Mm.
trucks. If the carrier is more focused on specific things that's more local, so you can just basically expand versus doing freight. That's like one of the things I learned for me is just being able to expand and have get many different types of services and have a product as well. So one of the big things what I want to do is I want to start off as a trucking company in 2021, but then I also want to resemble Amazon and UPS by serving all the services, which is the last mile, middle mile, and first mile. So that's the reason why I added the carrier space into it. And the carrier is a little bit more, it's better because you get more consistent work.
Yeah, I did find. I mean, we have been signed up for over a year with United States Postal Service, which I just discovered like last week that we are approved. And so once I emailed them, they told me, they asked me where would we want to work. Do we want to do mail court, mail, like delivering mail? I was like, no. So they told me which email address is for the box truck. And so I told them we wanted to be in Texas and just waiting for them, whenever they have availability, they'll reach out. They put us on their supplier list. But yeah, we're already good with United States Postal Service. We're good.
That's good. That's great. Yeah, that's one of my goals right there.
Yes.
Well, I've been doing a lot of footwork. I mean, that was one of my goals, and I forgot, and I was digging through my emails, and I was like, "Oh, we
Look what I
are
found.
approved." Yeah, and today I sent them an email, and I was like, "What are the next steps?" I see I'm good to go, and they responded back, and they broke it down. I was like, "Okay." So yeah, you're not going to see the mail contracts in sam.gov. I can tell you that right now. That's not where you're going to see it. You got to sign up as a vendor. Yeah. So once you get signed up as a vendor and get approved, then you're good.
Okay. Do you with the USPS, do you do Amazon? Because they deal with a lot of Amazon deliveries. Do you deal with the Amazon deliveries?
We done Amazon Relay. That's
Yeah.
Well, I'm
That
talking about so Amazon.
we
So
hit the small towns and deliver to the post offices.
yeah, but I'm talking about so the post office got routes to where they deliver Amazon packages.
And see, FedEx also has it to where that's why I was telling Telly, you can be just like it's like you're working for them, delivering and picking up packages, and but you're in your box truck. Now that's the goal where I wanted to be. That's one driver home every day, like Derek said. The most important, not hitting that road and putting that wear and tear on your truck.
well, I did just last week. I went to FedEx website and it said it actually had box truck without a sleeper as a selection. So I went on there and filled it out. So now I'm just waiting to see, when they'll come back.
Mm.
Yeah. I can't think of what you call it. They got a critical something. Um, it's called something critical.
I, I would excel at that delivery. When I see them Amazon drivers, I'm like, man, I would kill that. That's like work for me. You know what I mean? Just in and out,
Some
quick, quick.
it
I
feel
would
like
love.
Amazon. It feel like Amazon about to
Right.
take over U.S. Postal Service. It's like it's almost more Amazon stuff on the docks
Mm,
than mail. I mean, people don't mail stuff like that anymore
lie in the
nowadays, much
morning.
anyway.
Exactly.
So it's like majority of that stuff that's on a post office dock is Amazon stuff.
It is, because
The
you'll be
majority
looking
of
and FedEx is dropping off Amazon. And
right.
I even had a guy one time. I had a desk delivered. I could have swore he was in like a regular box truck. But what you need to do, I went on FedEx Custom Critical. That's where I went to fill out the application, and it had box truck, no sleeper on there as a selection. So Derek
Okay.
and Bernard, if y'all want to look on there, but they had
Why
it.
would why would it even matter? Because I mean
Oh,
the
you
the
lost
route's not going to take. Uh-oh.
That's all good.
Mhm. The route's not going to take that long anyway. So why would it even matter if you got a sleeper or not?
yeah.
Well, that I
I
guess
mean,
that's an indication to the owner operator that is local. You get what I'm saying? If it say no
yeah.
sleeper, that means
I guess
I should be home every day.
they
Right.
probably want the whole 26 feet too.
Yes.
That's
Gotcha.
Because
why
the
I
custom
look, man.
critical, they're generally not stopping. So it's got to be team drivers. So that's why I don't understand
That's
what
true.
you, yeah, on. But when I went and filled it out, I'm just waiting to see what happens now. I've been very busy while I was on vacation. USPS, the meeting Sharif got tomorrow for a local courier company. They were looking for box trucks. Like,
But I think that one is now that I've read that, I'm a dispatcher.
Mm.
You know what I mean? It's one of them companies. And I can tell when I was talking to him today, and and first thing I say, well, yeah, man, if you can get me to where I can sleep in my bed every day, I'll be happy.
Right.
Well, come see me and let's talk. Okay. That was a bad sign right there. You know what I mean?
Yes,
You,
sir.
well,
Yes,
the
sir.
other
because
one
you
that I found, it was retail deliveries.
exactly. And see, that sound to me, that's telling me I'm home every day. But when the
Yeah.
guy that's recruiting you they don't tell you because the brokers do that too. They'll give you a price. Oh yeah, man, it's going to here, and we're gonna charge you blah blah blah. And then when you agree, all of a sudden they break down the details. Yeah, it's only got 5 stops and blah blah blah. Oh,
Right.
okay, well you should have put 600 on top of that if I gotta
Yeah.
stop 3 times before I deliver. So
Stop,
it's crazy.
and I gotta use that lift gate.
Yeah, and I
Well,
have
I
to
tell
stop
people,
at
I'm
and
charging
I
you for
have to
that lift
stop at
gate, bro.
thank you. I gotta stop at a truck stop to print the BOL before I go pick up
Mhm.
the load. That'd be the
Right.
worst. That'd be the worst. I hate that because with my luck, I'm gonna stop at two places that oh we don't do that. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We don't print anything. All right, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, this
That's
other one I
frustrating.
found, it says box truck retail deliveries, delivering to department stores, is from San Antonio, Austin, San Marcos, Corpus Christi, and Brownsville, and you originate in Houston, Monday through Friday, night work available. I've emailed them several times. I ain't got a response.
Mm.
If it's in a 50-mile radius of each other, I don't think, and the money makes sense. I don't think that's necessarily a bad
Oh
idea, even if
man.
it's 5 or 6 different cities. But you're not gonna have me
Hey,
bouncing around the
is
whole
it
east coast of the
connection? I
state.
got bad connection here.
That's
I think
just
I got
you're
bad
gonna have
Santonio,
to.
connection here.
Austin, and San
I
Marcos
keep on
ain't
losing
bad, I
connection.
don't think.
All that is
Yeah, you
within
got
30
you
miles
want to
of
get
each
What
on
about
other.
the
Corpus and
Tell
Brownsville?
Now Corpus, that's down there with
Atlantic.
cartel land. You know, at
Yeah.
exactly at the
Well,
bottom, at the
Brownsville
bottom.
too, right? And Brownsville
Yeah,
too, yeah.
that's the last
that's a
city before
that's a
you.
that's a 10 that's 10 hours on the road.
Yeah, especially that inspection on the way out. I don't care if I don't have
Listen,
nothing in the
man.
truck.
Hey, man.
That
I don't know how y'all do it in Texas, but Texas big as hell.
yes, indeed.
Yeah, it
But
is.
it's like it might take 10 hours to go from end to end to Texas.
But man, listen, that's one of the worst routes from Houston to El Paso that you'll have.
That's Hey man, that's
You
crazy.
better
I
have
know
your
that
your entertainment together.
we had a No, hey, man, I can get out of Georgia in 4 hours.
And see, that's
Yeah,
why I was telling when I met you when we got off that first uh podcast, Derek. I said, well, he right there in the heart. Everything is it's at least 4 hours from him. You know, he can go
yeah,
to Florida and hell.
yeah.
And if he
I,
want a
I,
deadhead, it ain't that bad. You know, come
I
on
could be
out.
the I could be the South Carolina in an hour and a half. I could be in
Hmm.
North Carolina in 2 hours, depending on what part of North
Well, I
Carolina
should
I'm
have
at.
said Georgia with the United States Postal Service since you there.
Yeah, we sitting right
You got
there.
two
Yeah.
trucks right there.
Nah, really. He just if anything, it can be better. Knoxville is even perfect, but the mountains is what I hate. And going through North Carolina, all that stuff. Ooh, I try to
Yeah,
avoid. But
yeah. When you get in North Carolina, it start getting hilly.
man, I hate it. If when I see something that says NC on it, it better say Charlotte or Raleigh. Anything else I can't understand, I don't. That's back road and that's mountain. I don't mess
I
with.
agree. In the
I think we lost
world,
Bernard.
Nah,
this oh
yeah, he
crap!
probably am.
Yeah, his recording was very lagged. Something was going on. Like I don't know if it was just my
Wow,
side or was it y'all side too.
Yeah, it was a
really?
little
Yeah, yeah,
choppy.
yeah, yeah.
It's gonna do
But my
this
thing
to me?
is that was important. I didn't those conferences is where it's at. You should just go there to me
Wow!
because it's all in one. And the restrictions, according to him, the restrictions are brought way down. Because when you
Yeah,
apply on over the phone and stuff, they 5 trucks at least. It's limitations when you try to do that.
right.
But of course,
Yeah, I mean, because I mean, if those companies have set up at a conference, they're looking for something right now. So yeah,
yeah, exactly.
the requirements are definitely going to be a lot less. And I mean, at the end of the day, you're a trucking company. The best way you're going to market yourself is probably go off to a conference where a bunch of other companies and stuff at, because you can't just pull up the shipping yards and hope that the shipping manager is there. You don't even know his schedule. He probably don't even work in the building.
Yeah,
He probably works somewhere remote.
and it's a dice
Well, it's
roll. When
definitely
you
on
pull
my
up.
list to go to. It's definitely my goal.
Absolutely.
I want to go to the Broker Carrier Summit. I definitely want to go.
We need to.
So
So, but
you made it back, Bernard. It looked like you had some connection issues.
No, what's going on? I had connection. I don't know what's going on. I just keep on jumping on and off. I am so sorry.
It's okay.
Are you
We
good,
we
what?
brother?
kept the conversation flowing.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Well, we are at 15
Okay.
minutes
You
till
okay?
getting close to wrap it up. Um, I will ask you one more question. For someone just getting started or stuck at the same revenue level, what's one mindset shift or strategy that could change their business this year?
Yeah, so one of
Anybody
the
can answer.
mindsets they would want and shift something that can shift is just, that can elevate their business is basically just getting an accountability partner, getting partnerships, getting a mentor, just be able to be coachable because, everybody needs help. So one of the things that they could do is, you know, work on trying to work on their partnership in relationships.
Yep, I agree.
Just like and I'm gonna piggyback what you said. And Telly taught me this, and she'll tell you. I've been the label force, so I had to get to the point to where I got my marketing on where I'm advertising TLA group and advertising our dispatch. And I got to get better to where because that's revenue I'm missing out on just the dispatching alone. And my goal is to work from home, is to be home managing trucks instead of being out there handling it. So uh, you're right. That's a lot of guys that get into the trucking business. We're blue collar workers, but when you get your own business, you got to start shaking hands and smiling, and work on your vocabulary and watch. And I tell everybody, watch First Take in the morning. It'll help you on your vocabulary and all that.
Right, right.
She laugh at me all the time because that's why I get my corporate side.
You're
Stephen
cool.
A.
Stephen
Smith.
A. Smith.
Yeah, see,
He said a
that's
word
blasphemous.
yesterday. What was that word he said?
I forgot already. He said because he'll say something and every single you like, what that mean? Get that dictionary, that website and stuff. What did that mean? you know.
I think
Nah.
what helps us is that I have a corporate background. So having that corporate background, corporate is big on relationship building, collaboration, and recognizing a problem that you need to fix. Um,
Mhm.
Training a 20-year truck driver is something that I was not prepared for. Um, they're very special. That's all I can say.
Okay,
He's quick to
okay.
tell me.
Shots fired.
He's
Shots
quick.
fired.
He's quick to tell me where he ain't gonna go, and I've learned that very quickly. I know the tone, and I want to say to any truck driver who's looking to start their business, what Bernard said is very correct. This is not a shot fired to Sharif, but be coachable. Look for a mentor because y'all can move that freight like nobody else. Trust me, I would never get in that truck and drive it, but it is the business side and the relationship building that truck drivers have to work on because you can't just get in that truck and think that's it. That's not it. So
Okay, so
just
so
I think
so Derek, I gotta give my side of you. See how the
go
you
ahead,
you
go
you
ahead.
you been in
Go
a
ahead, Reed.
relationship before. Y'all
Go
heard
ahead,
it.
Reed.
Y'all heard it. So
Yeah. Hey,
okay. So
talk to him, Reed.
yeah.
Talk to him,
So
Reed.
this is the problem we have, but like with dispatchers and drivers. It's like I can be in Chicago, and what Telly would do. See, Telly reads, so she'll get. I'm there looking for a load to move. Telly will just read what's out there. You know what I mean? Okay, Chicago to North Dakota. I'm like, well, okay, don't read that one. That wasn't worth reading. You know what I'm saying? Don't read that. Ain't worth reading. I'm just reading, and then that's where conflict because I'm in a parking lot somewhere, trying to get moving, and
Right.
she sipping tea and she just reading. You
She
know,
going through she going through the motions.
yeah, exactly. So I just have to, sometimes I gotta be like, okay, okay,
oh, so we're
okay.
not going to talk about the New Hampshire one. We're not going to talk about
Yes,
that one.
but I told her to check the weather. New Hampshire to me say we finna be stuck up there when I hear New Hampshire. So at that time I say, did we check the weather? Well, no. I said, well, let's do that first before you book that because
What
if
had
we stuck up
happened
there for a
was
week,
what had
you know.
happened was the broker called and said we have a load going to New Hampshire. And I said, let me call him. I didn't even get the whole new, no, absolutely not. So I said, okay. And I didn't even call the broker back. She called me back and she was like, well, what did he say? I said, the weather's going to be bad. Oh, actually, it's going to be fine. He's already going to be out of there. I said, call him. And did she
Yeah.
call you?
But see, I took it just to, how fellas, when you season, sometimes you learn how to learn which battle to fight. So I said, you know what, hey, let me get
Gotta
it.
know.
You know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and take this load. And I did. But was it scary through Pennsylvania for a little stretch? Yes. Yes. I'm glad it was me and not someone else. Now the dispatcher was right. Once I got past New York, it cleared up. But I'm a seasoned driver. Just because you say New Hampshire is clear, so I'm in Cleveland right now. So I got 2, 3 states to pass before I get in, and I know about Penn. You know what I'm saying? So that's the part where we mess up. We I ain't gonna say mess up where the disagreements
The button
come in.
head.
Just a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
bit here.
yeah.
I
That's all.
well, my story for the week. I got it's a young cat I don't think he called me his mentor, but he real good cat, man. He actually think he done gotten up to like 3 or 4 trucks, but he doing good, but he's so fast, and I have to always tell him like, dude, slow down. So he done made enough money to get another truck. So he found a truck. I guess I think it was on Facebook Marketplace for like 19.5, a 2018 International. They got a Cummins, got an Allison transmission. Only had like 200,000 miles on it. So I guess it was one of those, one of those places that actually sell trucks, but they be posting it on Facebook Marketplace like you can buy it cash. But anyway, long story short, the guy gave him an offer where the truck was gonna be like uh a down payment of like 5,000, and then you pay like basically 680 a month for like the next 4 years or 5 years. And I'm like, dude, that's not 19.5. That's damn near $35,000 for a truck. I said, that's not a good deal for a 2018 truck. I said, you can go find a truck online for
Yep.
20. Basically went back. talked to the guy, offered the guy, told him, I said, dude, go offer that dude 17.5 cash right now. And he
Hmm.
offered and ended up getting a truck for that. But
But that's
just
why he calls you his mentor, because that young mind just looking at the monthly payment and what I'm making. Let's go. Yeah, yeah. Let me sign
yeah.
that. That sounds
I
good.
said, dude, I
Hmm.
said, bro, no, I said, I get it. Yeah, you ain't paying but 680. That's a low payment. But in the long run, you don't pay $35,000 for a truck that probably ain't worth $20,000.
Yeah, you're right.
And then I also want to say,
Yeah.
It's just they just
I say, well, another thing I want to also say too is, like another thing they could do is, just to say, basically just get inside the rooms. You know, that can shift, the action part of it, and then also, you know, for us as drivers and us as owners, you know, and anything, you always want to read books too. Like you do want to read those books for personal development. So you definitely want to personal develop yourself into a leader. So once you become do the personal development, that help out too as well because you get to change your mindset on how you look at things.
You right about that.
Yeah. You're right about that.
And I
Well,
battle with that. You hit the nail on the head. I battle with that.
we're gonna get you right.
Exactly.
Thanks,
We
boy.
finna
That's
turn you to
thanks.
corporate Sharif.
Hey,
we
y'all
gonna
follow me on TikTok. I'm finna start doing commercials, baby. I'm gonna go to listen. I'm gonna go to Love's and I'm gonna walk like all these my trucks here at TLA Group. We go Sprinter vans. I'm gonna make sure it's a Sprinter van. But we got Sprinter vans. 18. Well, if you call us, we can help you. We can get you there. Call us today. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get it
oh,
together.
so we will wrap up the call. I will tell you on the 20th, I think we will have John, who is the double broker bounty hunter. Definitely looking forward to having him on the call. He has actually met with the guy who was over FMCSA to talk about the double brokering problems that we have going on in our industry. So this will be uh, an interesting recording. And then I'm waiting to get another guy who has I think it's called Roadside Connections, where he has a platform for diesel mechanics. So those of you who has diesel work, you may be in another state and you don't want to go to the truck stop. So I'm waiting to confirm his date as well too.
All right. All
I
right.
have yet to get a dispatcher. Shocking.
any other time you can find them though.
All right.
Right, right.
Any other
What?
time they
What?
right.
What am I? Peanut butter and jelly? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What's going on?
Any other,
See
any other
how?
time
See the
they blowing up
subliminals? Wish I could get a real dispatch up here.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
You taught me everything I know. Thank you very much. Bernard, we're going to meet you at the Broker Carrier Summit, and I'm going to work on getting Derek to go too so we can all meet at the same
All
time.
right, that's cool. That's
Exactly.
cool.
Exactly.
Well, man.
All
They got
righty.
good barbecue. They got good barbecue in Kansas City. I might make
Okay, we on our yeah. That's it. That's it. I'm there.
Yeah,
I'm there. I'm gonna be there networking with a sandwich in my hand.
it.
yeah, it's going
You
down.
know. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah, it's going down. I can introduce you to some people that I have relationships with. And I'm definitely willing to connect with you guys. I definitely want to share how some other ways you can make income outside of driving as well. Work on like I have a product to where you have it's like a digital product where you can like say earn income and you can also help out drivers from anywhere, you know. So yeah, I definitely want to connect with y'all.
All right.
Okay.
That's
All
what's up.
righty. Thank you guys for being on the show today.
Thank you. Appreciate
All right.
For
You
y'all.
sure.
guys have a great one, man.
All right.
Thank you.
All
All
right.
righty. Bye
All
bye,
right.
Bye
y'all.
bye.
Bye bye.